I'm Jan Wrigley with Alaska Flour Company, and today I'm going to be making angel biscuits with you using barley flour. I'm using a cookbook from Rosemary and Walter Newman, and the recipe that was submitted to them is by Sandy Schmidt. It's a great and easy one. So we're going to start with 2.5 cups of regular all-purpose flour and 2 cups of barley flour. So it's not quite a half and a half mixture. Have it all mixed up in here. It's beautiful. You can see that the barley flour is a little bit darker in color. It gives the biscuits a beautiful color. And then I'm adding 1 teaspoon each of baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Mix it right into the flour mixture. And then I'm adding 3 tablespoons of sugar. Mix all that in. Now remember, these are biscuits, and the neat thing about these biscuits is that later on I will add yeast, and so they have a little bit bigger rise to them, but it's a really easy recipe. Now I'm going to add 3/4 cups of butter, and remember, like any biscuit recipe, you have to cut your shortening, your butter, your oil into it first. So don't forget to do that because it's really important. Now I'm just using 2 forks. It makes it easy and fast to get it started. So mix this up in here. My butter is softened. I took it out of the fridge a little bit ago so it was soft. If it's too hard, it leaves bigger clumps of butter. And so you want it softened so that it can evenly be spread throughout your flour mixture. Okay, I got that started. Now I'm going to use my hand mixer here. Blend all this in really well. I didn't have any buttermilk that's called for this recipe. So if you don't have buttermilk around, I just made sour milk, and that's a great substitute for buttermilk. And all you do is add 1 tablespoon of vinegar for every cup of milk that you use. Give it about 10 minutes to sour. So this recipe calls for 2 cups of buttermilk. So I measured out 2 cups of milk and added 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And it's been sitting for about 5 minutes. So it'll be perfect when we're ready to mix this in. Okay, if you can see this, it just is all mixed in well. Have my butter all incorporated. You can use shortening. You can use Crisco shortening. You can use margarine, or you can use coconut oil if you want to mix in here. I like cooking with butter. I like the flavor and the flaky texture it gives it. All right, this is all mixed in. And now I'm ready to add my buttermilk. So I'll pour that directly in. And then I have my yeast mixture. It's a 1/2 cup of water, warm water, to a tablespoon of yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. And so I put this in. It takes about 5 minutes to let it start to foam and mix up. So I already did that, so we wouldn't have to wait for it. It's all mixed in and ready to go. So now that all of my dry mixtures and my wet mixtures are together, I'll just stir this up. And our batter is ready to go. I preheated the oven before we started to 400 degrees. And these only take 10 to 11 minutes to bake. You don't want to over bake them. These biscuits are great to eat with hot butter, jam, or to use as a biscuits and gravy mixture. Okay, this is all incorporated. So you can see it, it's just a thick batter here now. Now it's ready just to scoop right onto the cookie sheets. So here's the cookie sheets. I've added parchment paper to them so they're just easy to get your biscuits off. I'm using a large cookie scoop, about that size. If you want your biscuits bigger, you can use a bigger scoop if you want. These biscuits are great because you can use the scoop. You don't have to roll them out and use a cookie cutter. So these are really fast and easy. Okay, the oven's ready, and our first batch of biscuits are ready to go in the oven. Okay, the biscuits are done, they're ready to take out of the oven. These were put in for exactly 11 minutes. They turned out perfect. If you want to make sure they're done, just touch the top, and then they should not stay indented. These feel beautiful. Look how these biscuits raised up. Such a quick and easy and delicious recipe. It has become my favorite, and I think it will become one of yours as well. Let's break one open and see what it looks like inside. Perfect. It's done. Butter and jam on it, perfect.